All right. What's going on, guys? What's happening? How are we feeling today? All right. Here. Love this mic placement at all. All right, here we go. You know, it's funny. I've been streaming for a pretty long time, but whenever we do YouTube, it's always something. It's always something different. But what's up, guys? You should be able to hear me, right? You still can hear me? You sure? I feel like you guys are fucking with me. Oh, it's lagging. Oh, okay. I was like, there's no way. Okay, cool. What's up, everyone? All right, so today we'll go over usual. We'll work on some indices. I do have the live feed right here for you all as well. So we got that right here. I could hear you. All right, what's up, Reggie? Fantastic. So we got Reggie, Nora, what's good? Corey, Gabby, Luis, Justina, Brandon, what's good? Omar, Bruno. Let me split this screen right here. All right, perfect. All right, what's the vibe, guys? What do we have in mind today? What are we feeling? Buenos días. What's up, Miguel? ¿Qué tal, España? ¿Cómo están, chicos? Escríbame desde dónde se me conectan, desde dónde están. Voy a estar haciendo en los dos idiomas. Un poco de Spanglish. A little bit of here, a little bit of there. What's good? Muted. All right, what's up? Send some trades I think we can see today. If you can let me know what you think, I'd appreciate it. I don't, you can't send anything in the chat. I don't know where you sent it, but yeah, you can't send on here. Doesn't matter. You keep doing it, it's not going to happen. I don't know why, but that's how it goes. What's up, Gio, Daniel, Dennis, Isaiah? What's up, Reggie, Edgar, Seth, another Edgar, Lonzo? What's up, Nooney? All right, Nora Cornejo, my boy Cody. What's good, bro? We need to catch up soon. ACV, Marlon, Greg. Oh, enjoy your coffee, enjoy your tea. If you guys are out in, in Europe, Asia, it's different time, different vibe, right? Right now, I remember when I was in Kazakhstan, it was like 8 or 9 p.m. over there right now. So sweet, cool. Colombia, Puerto Rico, what's good? Smart Money Fam, Venezuela, North Carolina, Argentina, Colombia. Enjoying my Red Bull. You're wildin', bro. Got to get that heart rate real high for New York session, because apparently Dow Jones is not enough on its own. Okay, so enough formalities. Love you guys, but let's get to the good stuff, right? So let me move this up a little bit. There we go. So here, what we got going on with Dow Jones, we've been so bearish. If you guys have been working with me for just during the week, for those of you that are in the community, we've been able to take a bit of this, right? We took some buys, we took some sells. I got really lucky on one of them. I think a point or two away from my stop. So that was fantastic. We've been waiting for a sell-off way up here, CPI. So on Wednesday, we had that CPI pump, and then New York Open pumped a little bit as well before the market ended up just tanking. And so I still have this in mind. I don't know if we're going to get this today. We might. So might as well be ready for this. But yeah, this is basically what we've been looking at here. Entonces aquí, chicos, esto fue CPI. Tenemos aquí la noticia, empujó el mercado hacia arriba, mitigó aquí. So this actually played off of this order block and then just tanked. Y entonces de aquí vimos que por aquí todavía podríamos mitigar. So this is a really unique setup because you don't always have kind of two overlapping news events. You don't always have a CPI and New York Open and both within the same zone. So I do think we could get a pretty epic sell over here. All right, just getting this figured out. Okay, so that's one. Now, obviously, we've seen on smaller time frames a bit more structure. If we're looking at here from yesterday's London session, we had a nice low, a lower high. We chopped up and down over here before we ended up working our way down. So in here, we can zoom in a little bit. This buy setup for me was here. We talked about a potential entry here. Dow Jones and Nasdaq. Nasdaq ended up going lower. Dow Jones stayed within the structure. So there was a good bounce here before we worked our way again. Now, I think, and I know because a lot of people, they were like, man, I should have listened. But we saw, right, a big push down here, swept liquidity, and the market then it pumped, right? It started shooting up fast. The problem is that when the market started to go higher, we didn't get this higher high, so we didn't really get a confirmation of a bullish structure. And so it failed to truly make a high and then worked its way back down. People took their shot at this, and obviously they got stopped out. So just structure is the foundation. It's what really helps you establish direction and demand. So we want that. So what we did see was we got to all the way up here, and then the market started working its way down, effectively making its way down almost so close to the open of this September 11th price action. Now, here's a massive sell-off before the rally. Nasdaq, on the other hand, hasn't quite worked its way down there, so I don't think we're done dropping yet. We're getting there, but I don't think it's over quite yet. I do think we're going to keep working our way back down. So definitely waiting. I still think sells are going to give us a better risk reward in general. And so I think we can keep that in mind. What's up, Ecuador? Snowy morning. Where you? Oh, in Colorado. Nice. Germany. What's up, Maxi? Dallas. Ghana. Sick. That's so cool. Shout out to all the Ghana fam. Why he look like Matt Rose's third cousin? That's funny. I'm darker, bro. What you mean? Darker and more handsome, for sure. That's so. All right, so from here, we saw a nice little sweep above these highs, and then the market started working its way down. So let's go work our way over here. And definitely more jacked than Matt, by far. You can let him know I said that. So right here, I think this is where we can start to look for better entries off of the play. So we see a massive pump, and I do think this, one, lures out sellers, two, lures in buyers before it drops. Entonces por aquí creo que aquí es donde el mercado sube, saca liquidez y viene atrapando compradores antes de que jala todo el mundo hacia abajo. Entonces sí creo que podríamos ver algo por estas áreas. And if you look at this over here, this is after the open of that hour. So if we look at yesterday's price action, we had PPI and unemployment claims, and then nothing else, right? For high impact news. If you want to go to the medium impact news, I mean, you could. And guess what? There's not much going on. So today we have, in 39 minutes, more high impact news. So this is the aftermath of all of that movement before it works its way back down. So we can get over here and then work our way lower. So this is how Dow Jones is moving along. And then we have Nasdaq. Nasdaq, to me, looks a bit more bullish. We're already trading way up here with this Nasdaq play. It's way up here. So Nasdaq clearly has been more bullish during London session in this pre-New York movement. So we already started working our way higher, whereas Dow Jones has been slowly climbing its way. So if we want to take a sell, if we want to short the market, I do believe that Dow Jones is going to give us the best chance of staying within the structure. So what's up, Atlanta? So let's take a look at it here. Right around here, we see a pump, drop again, one more push before everything falls. So I could see us having a sell-off right around here. We do also get that last push above this liquidity right here as well. So some liquidity sweeps. What we can do if we want is we can also zoom in. Entonces podemos ir aquí, revisar un poco más sobre qué es lo que está sucediendo. Y aquí vemos, miren, el último impulso hacia arriba. So we can actually narrow this down. Last sweep up here. Y después todo viene bajando. Aquí también nos da otro impulso antes de que cae. Entonces vamos a ver algo como por esta zona. So right around here, I like where we can see some sell-offs. I think we can get some good movement here. right around here. All right, fantastic. So let's see. We'll see if we get a bounce off of here. Now, this move, in my opinion, is looks like about a 90-point push to the upside. So if we do get a rejection of 90 points, then that would at least be what I think the minimum movement that we would get. At that point in time, I would adjust my stop to the lowest, to the lower high, or reduce. Either you reduce it or you just go break even. So we'll see. New York Open here is in 5 minutes. So Dow Jones for me looks like a much better sell. We can dive into some of the movements that we had over here, though. If we want to look at, well, are there small time frame NAS buys? Can we get into buy ideas here before the market continues? Is there a possibility? That's where my zone is. Nice, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Mago Sensei. Sensei is sick. That's such a dope. I'll take that, dude. I'll definitely be Sensei. I'm with it. So with Nas I think gave us a really nice push down here before we continued, and we have seen a higher high. So for sure, Sensei sounds way better than Mentor. Like I think Mentor is. I've really gotten over that word. But that sounds lit. Zone is, all right, a lot of you have the same zone, yeah? I'm looking for Nas to be bullish. Maestro. All right, now y'all are just stroking my ego here. So yeah, we have a nice sweep here. Nice little rebalance. The rally. It's good. Overall, remember, we're still bearish. So when we do have these bearish trends, if we're buying, we want to make sure that hold on. I was about to do that thing where I'm talking, no one can hear me. We were about to do it all over again. So with buys, since you are going against momentum, we want to make sure that we're not stretching our take profit too far, because the overall wants to keep pushing down. So we can see we have a pretty strong level of support right around here. So if we're looking at any sort of buys, then I'd probably want to cut my profit a little short. I think we could still get a good risk reward, but I wouldn't be super ambitious with my entry. So here we see the market starts pushing forward. You start to kind of round out. So this is building out liquidity in this fashion. Drops in, mitigates this order block, continues. So this in this zone, I feel pretty good about buys down into this area over here. So we have some demand over here. So we can take a nice little play like right there. And then risk reward wise, I don't love it. 2R, I'll take a 2R. Not bad, not mad about it. Well, the way in which we work our way down is going to help us really refine our exit. So we'll get a better look at this in that way. We could get a 2R out of this. If you want a better risk reward, then you can risk getting a tighter entry, maybe a little bit lower, right around over here, where we have these previous structure points, pretty common zone. Then now our risk reward potential is obviously much better. So what data feed are you using for US30? I'm using the CME data feed. This is the futures data feed. In my perspective, futures data feeds, from what I've noticed, they're much better. They are from what I've seen. Now couldn't say I can prove this yet. Maybe with time. But we have so much. I mean, with metals and with indices, it's actually blowing my mind over the last few months because I just hadn't looked at it. But like CFDs, will miss certain entries, and then it'll, do the move, and it did mitigate with futures. Or with CFDs, it'll get to a zone early. In futures, it's still lagging. It's not there. And then you'll get clapped on CFDs, and then it finally gets there on futures, and it plays out. So it's been interesting. A lot of observation. Scalper or intradía, soy de todo. Scalping, intradía, swinging, position, everything. No tengo preferencia. Depende del activo y depende de la estructura. Depende de muchas cosas. Samuel, gold bullish after news. News itself doesn't mean anything. It means something, but it doesn't mean, oh, gold is not bullish because there's news. Key example, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been extremely bullish news and extremely bearish price. So yeah, you can't really compare them to one another. It's not like if good fundamentals, then price goes up. Definitely not how that functions. So we've seen that NAS worked its way higher, got to a nice little zone over here, started to tank. And then over here, now we got New York open. So if I had a bell, we can just ring it. Imagine an epic stock market, Wall Street bell dinging. Just think about Wolf of Wall Street or something. Just don't throw midgets or anything. So over here, we're seeing, right? We're starting to get more momentum, starting to push our way forward, and we'll give it time. So we need a little bit of time. At least I do. I don't really like the way I approach the market. I'm not really looking to trade too much within these smaller time frames here. We saw a nice rejection here off the rip on US 30. Okay, actually, I kind of see this. I see why it would reject right there. Saw a little sell-off, but it looked like it played out right there as well already. So then it bounced, and then with Nasdaq here, Nasdaq starting off bullish off the rip as well. And then Nasdaq also, interestingly enough, has a little move here. So we got a couple little moves. Nasdaq looks like it played out of this. So if you were trading London session, you might have had some decent setups. Dow Jones right now melting, just losing it, while everything else here is rallying. So price action today will not be, or at least it's starting in a way where you don't have price moving in unison. Transparently, this is my least favorite way of New York Open to start. We need to get you a bell. We can do that for sure. When market does this, where Dow Jones and Nasdaq are in inverse correlation, this is where things can get really interesting. Sometimes, one catches up to the other, or they start moving together eventually. By the end, by like midday, or sometimes a couple hours later, they kind of like even back out. But when we see the market move like this in opposing directions, you kind of treat them as just individual things. The correlation aspect, you kind of just let go of it. So what have we seen to start this off? Not feeling it. Short to lagger. Well, they're not moving the same. So yes and no. We'll just see how the market unfolds. I can look at GU. Yeah, Joy, you sound over leveraged. Are you over leveraged? If you answer honestly, then I'll look at GBP USD. So here we had a nice, you see the short sweep continue. Didn't quite get there, but I'm curious because now Nasdaq played out like this, right? Nasdaq just did a liquidity sweep. We just saw it raid these lows. If we get higher highs, we might be in a position to take some Nasdaq buys today. So let me zoom out real quick. Just want to make sure. Okay. All right. So with Nasdaq, if this continues, if we continue to see a bullish market, then maybe we get a play out of here. But, and this is ripping. Okay, cool. So what we can see right here is we may end up getting a potential buy. Now, don't get too carried away. Don't get too excited. I'm just playing with you, Joy. Not at all. I mean, he's like, I am a responsible trader. How dare you? How dare you accuse me of such a sin? So look at this. My bad. That's not what I want to look at. We see here the sell-off right before, and then right there we just pump and work our way higher. So we have a nice play right here for Nasdaq. We need demand though. So right now it's above the previous high. The way I approach market structure, this doesn't mean that we're now bullish. This doesn't mean right away, oh, it's bullish, we're pullbacks and we'll buy. No. We need demand. We need price to show us that, okay, there's actually buyers here. We need something like this. If we get something like this, then cool. Cool beans. We do our thing. Otherwise, gotta chill out. All right? Gotta chill out. So let's see what happens. I'll set an alert once it gets closer to our area. But for now, we chill. Dow Jones worked its way lower. We had a big, this is New York Open right there. Yeah, all right. So New York Open, here we had right before, this thing rips. Nice little 60-point pump, and then it drops. Okay. In a situation like this, would you sell? You see how it's went down and it's coming right back up? This is not a good sign for a sell. You do not want to get in the way of something like this. Why? Because the market the point of that drop, the intention was not to make a lower low. This was just to liquidate buyers. So you see this right here. Where's the little, hold on, this little tool? Need this guy. Where is that little paintbrush? I don't use it often. Brush. Here we go. So right here, right, this was all Asian session liquidity right there. Whoa. That's kind of cool. Not what I want. Not that I need this, but pretty cool. So anyways, yeah, you have a lot of money right here, a lot of liquidity. So swept all those bad boys. Now the market's running. What's Nasdaq doing? Still continuing to the upside. So it's good. Entonces, chicos, no time under tension, exactly. Entonces, this is my short entry. Okay. So, all right, here we go. Now, what do we know? What do we see? We see liquidity here. So we have one setup that looks like it can play out, which is Nasdaq. The buy looks like it's going to be set as long as we, just stay here. Then I like a buy opportunity. This thing is going crazy. And then Dow Jones came right back up here. I am not selling this. For me, this is not structure. This is more so a liquidity sweep. So, yeah, I'm not going to get in the way of that. And this, what it does actually, is that this probably is going to, now we can tell they're both on the same page, right? Now Dow Jones and Nasdaq are both moving bullish, right? Now they're both pumping. When they're both moving in the same direction, that's fantastic. Because what we know now is that Dow Jones is lagging behind. Now, for it to get to this area all the way over here, that's another 250 points. So you're probably thinking, is there something that I should do right now? Should I get in right now? Well, what if it keeps going higher? Well, look, we are just speculating. Solo estamos pensando. Ahorita, chicos, está ya corriendo juntos los índices, pero está trazado Dow Jones, está moviendo en la misma intensidad. So can we take advantage of a situation like this? Well, yes and no. If you have a setup, sure. If you don't, then don't. Now you might be thinking, but I'm going to miss out on volatility. I'm going to miss out on volatility. Why are you missing out? How are you missing out? And this is I want to have a quick little combo with y'all. The most amount of money that I think, when what I've lost in the ways that just don't feel very good, especially, the first few years, it was never because I just lost the way I was supposed to. It was always because I did something I wasn't supposed to. I did something that had nothing to do with my system. And so when you're looking at this volatility, because this type of volatility, what it does is it triggers dopamine in your brain. Things are happening fast. It's like, you're starting to get a rush. You're seeing like, oh my God, like 100 points. I imagine what I could have won. Let me get in this. Let me ride this wave. And sometimes you are in it. And right now, some of you, maybe you took a position and you're like, yeah, like we're good. Like I'm a savage and you're an incredible trader and that's amazing. And I want that for everyone. However, not every move is yours. Your setup is your invitation. If your setup isn't there, then you weren't invited to the movement. And that's it. The thing is, if it's pumping up like this, you might be able to catch it on the way down whenever that is. So which is fine. So I want you guys to really think about time in a way where things are not happening without you. It's just your responsibility is to do what's in your control. And so when you force it, like let's say right now you're like, oh my God, this is going crazy, or it pumps so much. It's gotta drop, right? Let me catch the sell. Do you have a confirmation for you to do that? No? Then why are you doing that? So I just want you to kind of slow down, breathe, and just remember, you're not meant to be in every single movement of the market. You're meant to pick your shots, right? Pick your shots, and then that way you have the best possible opportunity to make money. So otherwise, because remember, and this is important, very important, every decision you make, every single decision you make as a trader is either building a good habit or destroying a good habit. That's it. So whether it's your risk, whether it's your entry model, whether it's your exit model, all of that. All right. So don't get too caught up in the volume. Chicos, básicamente lo que decía es que cuando tenemos volatilidad de esta forma, no lo persigan. Si no es tu oportunidad, si no es tu esquema, no tienes invitación a esta volatilidad. Y está bien. Puede ser que se te presente y después lo tengas del otro lado. Entonces recuérdense que cada oportunidad es... Cada acción que tomas como operador en los mercados te está desarrollando o te está destruyendo como trader. All right, so let's get into it. We have majors that we can look at. We have a whole bunch of other things, so we'll give this time to settle in. Right, we're starting to see a little bit of a drop off with Nas. Dow Jones, I think, I don't know, still pushing. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, so look. Some of you maybe would have shorted this. I don't know. Maybe you would have, maybe not. Of course, structure was not it. So, all right. We have alerts here set. Right. Yeah, we do. Okay. So we'll have this set here. I'll have this also. I have my my accounts here on the right. So I'll be on the lookout here for any sort of movement. And then let's take a look at a couple other things. This here is possibly setting up for a buy as well. But we will take a look at how this compares to Nasdaq in the future. Before I move on from indices, and we'll get back to these, but before I do, I do want to quickly look at where exactly my entry would be in here. I think I had seen something that I liked over here. Let's see. Yeah, here we had the pump and the drop. Had a bit of resistance over here, some support, resistance. So I think I'm going to take the entry kind of right around here. Like 41. Let's see, 41,340. Yeah, something like that. Something like this. This thing is running. So if you're asking or thinking, Mike, if you think it's going to get up there, why wouldn't you just buy right now, dude? Right? Why not buy right now? Come on. You can do it. Buy. Well, here's why I don't. Let's say we would have gotten in here. I don't know if we're going to come back down. I don't want this drawdown. Are you kidding me? I don't want that. No point. All right? This is just hope. That's not even betting. That's just reckless. So that's why I decided, yeah, cool. I'm okay with missing out on this, because if we catch this, then the chances are we're going to get somewhere into here, right? And we can catch a lot of this movement down. So, and even further, possibly. Okay. So in the meantime, we'll get back to that. And also, we have news in 15 minutes. Tenemos noticias en 15 minutos. Anyone take this with me from yesterday? Yesterday, we went over this idea on the live stream. Right now, it's running just shy of a 4R. Anybody? Let me know. Vicente, I know you were looking at this yesterday during agent session. You hit me up about it. I don't know if you're on the stream, but I'm assuming. Your setup is your invitation. I wrote that down. That's amazing. Sweet. Blind plays, no confirmations equals blown accounts. Absolutely. They found the money the Pentagon lost. I bet something wild. What? Are you making that up, or is that true? There's no way they're going to find that money. The Pentagon is never going to find that money. There's no chance. You're just saying. You're just wilding. Sounds like. Goldman Sachs /'s 2025 GDP forecast. Okay. Germans are receiving pension for much longer. Cool. %79% of employees are disengaged at work. Cool, that doesn't matter. I'm not seeing anything that important. Okay. So my friend here asked for GBP USD, and you shall receive. So for me, the pound, I'm waiting for a sell. Yo estoy esperando una venta con la libra, but way up here. We're talking daily time frame. We're talking U.S. presidential elections type of vibe over here. I feel like we're not going to get this until FOMC next week. Next week we have some next week's going to be a banger. Should I go live? Should I go live for FOMC? What y'all think? FOMC live. It didn't let me short Swiss futures. Was it in that 1 hour where the market's closed for futures? So, yeah. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, next week's going to be a banger. We have Monday, just, high impact news, basic. Tuesday, CPI for Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar has been going through a lot. We have tariffs, and just a whole bunch of things. So that might be a good one for those of you that trade currencies. Then we have federal funds rate, the statement, the conference. That's going to be fantastic. Thursday, London session's going to be packed on Thursday. Jesus. Cool. And then that's it. So, yeah. So, FOMC next week. We could do it live. Yeah, we could do it live. Why not? I'll set it up. I'll set it up here. All right. So, we are getting closer with Dow Jones. It is climbing its way higher. Nasdaq here as well. Chilling. All right. So with GBP USD on a daily time frame, we saw a sweep of these highs, and then the market melted away. A few days later, it did pull back. However, it just played back off of structure. We definitely did not close the area here. Now, actually, let me double check this, because if I haven't checked futures. And so if the futures, it did mitigate already, then we're having a whole different type of conversation. So let's double check this real quick. So here we have elections right around here. And then the chart might look a little different because of the timing. So I don't know if in the overlap, maybe it shows up or not. In gold cells, cool. Is trading any pair asset preference? Do I have one? I trade indices more, but that's just because it gives me more opportunity and I like the volatility of it. But I wouldn't say that I have a natural preference. I like trading metals too. Metals are cool. I'll trade whatever gives me the setup, man. It's really that simple. If I get a setup, I'm going to take the trade. So with futures, same vibe. Yeah, it looks like we got the same vibe going on over here. All right, let's see here. Same zone. Yeah. All right, cool. So I just want to confirm. Now, at this point, I'm like cross-referencing data feed pretty frequently just because I've seen a lot of differences. And I'm like, wow, imagine if I would have had a very accurate data feed for the last 10 years. So, okay, we have GBP right over here. This is the zone where I'd want to take my sells. So if you guys want to mark this up on your chart, feel free. And yeah, so what I'd like to do, and I've been doing this with you guys a little bit more recently, is I've just been pulling up both types of charts, whether it's the futures chart and then the CFD charts, just to make sure that everything is precise and that depending on whatever it is that you like to trade, you're just in the right place. You know, we're having the most accurate data possible, and I think obviously that's just extremely useful. So, okay, here we go. Just setting up my contracts right now. All right, 1 second, guys. Just setting up on my end the contracts for that Dow Jones, and that could happen here in the next 30 minutes, maybe next 15. We'll see. We'll kind of see how it goes down. Okay, so GBP, here you have it. I'll place an alert here as well. And then let me go back to just CFDs because I know a lot of you like to look at it this way. On futures right now, the price is 1.2937. With CFDs, the price is just about the same, so it's pretty similar. And so, yeah, this is what I'm looking for here. And right now, if you're looking at some smaller time frame things, for me, it looks like a lot of sideways movement, a lot of liquidity. I'm not necessarily looking for any sort of trade right now. Yeah, I have zero interest in this. We took an NZD USD buy yesterday, so we did long against the dollar. But yeah, right now this is squeezing like crazy, so there's a good chance it can clear out both sides of this. So with GBP USD. Now, Euro, kind of similar. A lot of liquidity, a lot of equal lows. Nothing that I'm interested in taking here either. We have, excuse me. We have NZD USD still ripping. Hey, I talked about this. I said, look, yesterday we had that news event that waked up a PPI, right? Took it up and then down. And I said, look, We can get to here. We might reject off of that PPI news, but it could target liquidity. It did. So I said, look, there's that 9R potential. It did it. So which is awesome. Anybody hold NZD USD throughout the session? I think whoever took this with together, we called it 3R, but yeah, 9R total. Sick. What's the US 30 futures? YM. Chicos, en español, mala mía, chicos, se me olvida a veces. Básicamente con la libra dólar, estamos esperando vender aquí arribita, que es la área de elecciones, por aquí, como tipo 1.3020, con un stop loss de unos 30 pips. Y entonces vean ese de elecciones, YM crossing. YM or MYM for futures. Pero ahorita en este mismo momento hay mucha consolidación con el dólar. Entonces no estamos haciendo nada. La compra ayer de NZD se nos dio muy bien. Y eso es todo. We'll come back to this AUD USD setup. But in the meantime, it's almost game time, gentlemen. It's almost game time, ladies. So, where is this? Very, very close to entries here. The conservative exit we can see could be right here, and this would give us a little bit, not the 4R. You know, I'd say you'd be at right around 2.6. But I do think we can work our way down to here, though. 3.5, 4R. And in reality, we are in a downtrend, so we could probably get away with holding this even further. Just depends on you, really. Right now, we got up to here, so we're playing right into the zone. I think we're getting real close to some opportunities. All right, let's see here. Let me pull up my CFD's accounts, too. Got to log in. Boom. Here we go. Let's see, where is Wall Street 30? Perfect. So right now we're about 80 points away from the entry. Yeah, just about 80 points from entry. So where can I set this limit here? All right, perfect. Wait, where did I set that? Okay. Sorry, guys. Had to do it on a different terminal than usual over here on this end. So, yeah, we're just waiting. Estamos esperando que suba un poco más. Aquí el mercado no necesita tanto que suba para poder entrar en ventas. Ya empezó a caer. Aquí, miren, llegó a este imbalance por estas áreas. Y aquí empezando a rechazar. Quizás está rechazando esta zona. Starting to see a pretty big rejection so far. Let's see what happens. See how this one unfolds. What I do want to look at again, we can just double check. See, maybe we missed something. Maybe the bullish momentum starts off earlier than I had marked up. It's a possibility. I can make mistakes. So let's see. We do see the market spike up from right around here, 41,290. But then we just build up more liquidity. We make one more push higher, this last push higher. Then the market starts to work its way down. So, I mean, I still think we could keep going a little bit higher. It's a possibility. If not, then all right. We have other setups. We'll see other ideas. So we'll see how this one unfolds. And let's take a look at Nasdaq. What's Nasdaq doing over here? Nasdaq already working its way down, so we definitely have been bullish here. Now, when we're thinking about buying opportunities between these two, because we have sells and we have possible buys. So when we look at the market, Dow Jones starts dropping right here. So this is the first time that this starts to come down. So we see this push down, and clearly massive liquidity sweep here. So we got this move right there. So we have this here. This obviously clears out tons of money. Man, this thing is melting. What the fuck? Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it without us? What's going on? So right now, if I'm going to take a position on a long down here, I want to make sure I'm trading I want to trade with the one that is the least bearish, the one that's going to go with momentum. So let's look at this here. Looks like NAS is pulling back a bit more aggressively than Dow Jones, than US 30. So right now, look at this. We've seen, so all right, Nasdaq just got to this area, and then Dow Jones is getting here. So if you can pull the trigger on buys, because this is happening so fast, if you can pull the trigger on buys, then you should be in a good position. This came into the zone extremely fast. I doubt you guys have had time to pull a trigger on here. This thing just absolutely tanked and then rejected. While I was breaking it down, I didn't look at the time, so that's my fault. But yeah, I mean, this here right now on the 15-second time frame, we saw this sell off here for 150 points. This just pushed off for 100. I would argue that US 30 is still valid if it comes down again. And if you want to take a position on this, then you could. So right now, it hasn't fully mitigated. In order for it to do that, I would say the market needs to push a bit further. So we would need to get back up to here. Wow, that was lightning. So a couple lessons there. One, should have been more mindful of time. Two, did NAS hold by any chance? No, I didn't think so. But it played again on the bottom one. Haha. Sick. So this happened so fast. I wasn't able to get in. I almost did. But I wasn't 100% on my contract size, so I didn't. And ripping though. Anyone already have this set up? So with the news event, a couple of things, right? One, a little bit lack of awareness on my end with time. I'm only human. Sometimes that happens. But the funny thing is we were literally setting it up. So that's pretty interesting. I would still short this if it gets over here. So I would still short that. We saw a nice rejection, about 138 points or so. So, I mean, that's a nice move. Pretty much looks like this thing has done its fair share. Might come back down. Maybe it plays out of this area. Maybe not. But with that being said, I mean, pretty good move. Anyone catch this or some of this? Have it ready. Maybe you guys had limits. A little bit harder to do all of this when I'm streaming, but didn't have time. Crazy indices. Estaba tomando café. Some of you are drinking coffee. Probably spilled your coffee. Like, oh my God. NAS was first to get to its zone. Yeah, that's why we didn't take NAS. I said not to take NAS. The other US 30 data feed is lagging. Sick. But you all saw it. Like, this is precision at its finest. Yo sentí que derritió muy rápido y no se mantuvo arriba por mucho tiempo. ¿Tú crees? This is good structure. Estuvimos aquí 15 minutos. It's not bad. Now, some of you maybe are thinking, so do we short right here? You saw the sweep of the high and then the drop. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to wait for this up here still. Gold profits. I still didn't look at gold. EJ, good job, bro. I'm proud of you. Well done, sir. Well done. Let's see. News of the dollar. Not much. Indices definitely have their fun. Did anyone here just kind of have any like clicking moments with how precise we can get this down? Like we had the liquidity capture and the order block. Boom. Just like clockwork. This is 80, 90 points. What do you look for to confirm that there's a demand to confirm break of structure? Just time. We want to see time. We clearly saw the market trading above for well over 15 minutes. It wasn't a quick up and then right back down. Like we definitely traded over here. So yeah, this looks great. And then right now, obviously the market is coming right back up. This is rebalancing, coming over into the zone. So in my opinion, I don't think that this is now mitigated. So this did its thing. Would have loved to be in this play, but you know, today I wasn't quick enough. And so this here, right? The entry would have been, honestly, we would have really sniped this thing here. This is our typical entry model. It is a wider stop. So right now, we only would be up like 1.3. So it seems epic. Like, oh my God, look at this movement. But the reality is that this thing has already, pumped so much, and it's only a 1.4. So it's not the biggest deal in the world, in my opinion. The RR like setup is not a lot. It's a 100-point stop. So, futures chart for US 30 didn't show any of that crazy drop. Futures chart for US 30 for me didn't show that. You might be looking at a delayed. Yours might be delayed. Yeah, you're probably looking, if you look at the top. Yo lo mismo le pasó a BTC en 5 minutos que rápido volvió y subió. Que se mueven muy similares todos, todo el tiempo. Yeah, Bitcoin is going to move really similar to futures. All the time. You're going to see these move almost the same. Bitcoin, and whether it's going to be Dow Jones or it's going to be Nasdaq. And look at how Bitcoin set up. Bitcoin didn't show demand. See how Bitcoin didn't really set up here? That's why clear liquidity, it didn't trade these lows. Bitcoin moves a little bit more closely to Nasdaq. In there? You caught that, Miguel? What a savage. You're a savage, Miguel. ETH just got swept up, rallied. Nice. And yeah, market's moving good. It's a lot of good movement. So now it's coming right back up. So I wouldn't be looking for... I wouldn't be selling this area personally. I'm chilling, staying out. Yeah, you need that green dot on the upper corner to know that your futures is exactly in the moment. So we're right here, right? So right now, there will be traders, 100%. They see, oh, look, big candle up, big move down. I sell here. It may work. It may work a little bit. I don't think it will. For me, this drop was not to make bearish structure. It was to just liquidate buyers, lure in sellers, rebalance the market, mitigate. It's moving. So, man, this run from this morning has me like, I can feel my lungs aching. Mike, ¿qué viste en el Nasdaq en la zona que marcaste donde reacciona el precio? Te lo puedo explicar después, un poco más. So yeah, for me, maybe we get these reactions, but I would prefer to keep going in the bullish momentum. I was asked about Nasdaq here. Me preguntan sobre Nasdaq y lo que veo. Esto aquí, miren, esto captura la liquidez. Entonces vemos esto aquí, miren. Captura estos bajos y en imbalance mitiga aquí. Por eso es que había potencial de reacción por esta zona. Pero no entramos aquí porque también en esta, porque Nasdaq ya venía con más intensidad hacia abajo. Wow, here I am talking mad shit about people wanting to sell this, and there it goes. So That's what I get, honestly. However, I don't think it's gonna last, but which is fine. Let's see. For those of you that caught this buy, are you gonna take your exit up here if it gets up here? Michael, una pregunta. ¿Por qué a veces el mercado te paga más que otros días? Siempre en un 1.5 en una sesión de un XX de dinero y otro día el mismo par 1.5 en otra sesión te paga menos. No debe de ser así, Janet. No sé exactamente qué estás haciendo. Pues el contrato, ¿estás cambiando tu lotaje? ¿Estás cambiando tu contrato o no? Porque obviamente es el lotaje que importa. También. Si me puedes dar más información. I'm at break even. Okay, if you took Dow Jones, then adjust your stop. I would adjust my stop to break even for sure. And then make sure that, you don't let a winner turn into a loser. And this thing pumped pretty well. So even then, I would go with structure. So you have the market go up, come back down right there, and then up again. I would have my stop actually right here in some profit, so you can collect something. That's how I would approach this one. I'm gonna end up eating my words on this one too. I swear. ¿Podría ser por esto por el horario? No, el horario no debe de cambiar cuánto te paga. Para nada. Okay, so I was asked about odd USD with AUD USD here, or for my futures traders, 6A. I do see a fantastic sell opportunity way up here on the 6th of March, so last Thursday. We saw a sweep of liquidity. Entonces aquí, chicos, vimos una captura de liquidez. Y después vimos la continuación. So from here, then we saw the continuation. We got, lower lows, bearish structure over here. So looks like a solid move. And we've just kind of moved sideways for the most part, like a lot of consolidation. We longed some against the dollar yesterday. This has been pushing up nicely. And then now we're just kind of waiting here, right? We're just kind of waiting for possible entries over here. So this is AUD USD. And make sure you guys are locked in there. One thing that I did want to mention for you guys that are on right now, and I want to say I appreciate you guys for all the amazing feedback you guys have been giving me on the newsletter. It's been cool. Like, been just writing a couple things here and there, and just keeping notes throughout the week on things that how I perceive the market in general. Just things that I would think people would find valuable. I appreciate you guys for plugging in on that. I'm going to drop that link to the newsletter here in the chat as well. So Tradetopia newsletter. Here's our newsletter. If you guys want to get that, every Sunday I drop some nuggets, little nuggetitos. So click that if you want to get a little bit of value every Sunday. Get your mind right before you start trading. Chicos, aquí igualmente, gracias a todos que se conectan y que reciben el boletín, que ahí les envío cosas de psicología. Entonces, cada domingo envío algo. Entonces, si quieren recibir más, pues aquí pueden tener acceso. Entonces, aquí está, boletín. When's the next Tradetopia? The retreat? Ooh, is that every year? Yeah, we're actually looking to get it up to 2 to 3 times a year. But the Tradetopia retreat, I think, I'm not going to drop any spoilers, but we'll be sharing that soon. We're excited. Nancy's been working on that. So I wonder if I should say anything. All right, I'll say this. Excuse me. It will be in the summer. It will be in the summer, and it will be warm. That's all I'm going to say. So do it in Modesto. No, why would I do it in Modesto? That makes no sense. we want it to be a experience, a travel. Like, we want people to have a good time, people that never been, places they've never been to. Modesto, it would be the most random retreat ever. No shots taken on Modesto specifically, but that would be like doing it in, I don't know, random suburb here in Illinois too. So, nah, it's got to be epic, man. You're wildin'. Anyways, AUD USD. So we have AUD waiting on that. It looks like the majors are moving their way up here. The Tradetopia retreat. Yeah. Luis Trejo. What flag is that again? What flag is that? I want, like, randomly, I'm thinking, I feel like I have a good flag knowledge, but definitely not with that one. I should know that one too. Damn. South Africa? Ah. I would love to do a retreat in South Africa. Oh my God. You have no idea. You have no idea. Is that South Africa? Yeah. Thank you. So, okay. Well, let's look at a couple other things. We'll keep an eye. So, whoa, Dow Jones took a nice little dipski here. Rebounded, came back up. Let's see. What's he going to do? Played right out of here. If you had your stop right there, you're still surviving. Holding on for dear life. Okay. So, I do have a USD CAD set up over here that I've been waiting for about a week or so. So for USD CAD, we saw this little sweep of liquidity. Market rallied. We haven't been anywhere near this, so we can definitely go ahead and set this up. We have a lot of liquidity, so I'm sure this might be swept with maybe like FOMC next week, and we might see it sweep down before it goes. Come to Ghana? I would love to. I would love to go to Ghana. We'll see what we can do. We will see what we can do. I've only been in Africa for like a week in Egypt. That's about it. Definitely have to explore more. Okay, so yeah, USD CHF still moving along nicely. The sell on USD CHF I like here. So if you guys take a look at how USD CHF has been moving. So we have a nice liquidity sweep up here. And the market, overall, we are bearish. This is just a retracement in a bearish trend. So we saw this sweep of liquidity and then the continuation down. So I also would love to see a USD CHF sell here for my currency traders. So aquí, chicos, dólar franco. And guys, go ahead and mark this up. Once you have this marked up, drop a USD CHF in the chat. Aquí miren, tenemos liquidez en la última semana. Se estaba el martes, el miércoles, el jueves. Y después no, el martes y el miércoles. Y durante la sesión asiática vimos un impulso aquí hacia arriba. One thing I'm noticing, and I don't know why this is happening, but we are getting USD CHF volatility, maybe it's just the dollar, during Asian session. So I wonder what's up. What's good? What's good with that? I'll look at gold next, actually. Gold is next. Or I'll quickly look at USD JPY, and then we'll look at gold. Yeah, I got you, bro. Captura liquidez, viene bajando. Entonces, por aquí podemos ver una venta. Y buscaría venta como por acá. So, for a sell here, I would be looking for a sell around here. Yeah, so sell around here looks good. And right now, so we already cleared that. We're kind of building up a trend line here too. So might be able to just take this further. If we zoom out some more, let's see. Are we going to continue or is this over? Liquidity right there with USD CHF. equal lows. So this might just be what drives it down. Nice little 8R. Decent. Tu TradingView está atrasado. ¿Con qué estás viendo? ¿Estás viendo Indices o con qué cosa? I will say this. There will be a Tradetopia retreat in South Africa eventually. At some point, for sure. It might be next year, a couple years, but 100%. I've seen enough travel videos of South Africa to be 100% down. Okay, so USD CHF, all set. Bueno, aquí, ¿qué más tenemos? Seguimos viendo. USD JPY, nice sell-off right here off of yesterday's pump. We saw this pump up to here. We end up getting some nice structure on the downside eventually. Worked its way up here, so very different than what we saw with other setups. And then, it just mitigated. So I actually didn't see this somehow. Surprised. Yeah, I didn't even see this. I guess I missed it. Is it also available for people who are not in your business? Yeah. That's just public, for sure. Those retreats are for anyone. We'll host those. It's a whole thing. The retreats are sick. We're actually gonna drop a highlight video from the one we did in Puerto Rico last year. We actually should be dropping it within the next couple weeks. It's like a whole movie. It's like 30 minutes. And it's a lot of exploration, a lot of adventure. We trade live together, and then we'll do like an hour training, sometimes a little bit longer, but then we'll just go explore whatever country that we're in. So it's really fucking sick. What I heard from the last time we just did, basically, and which is like one of the coolest things, is like their favorite, you could call it like vacation ever, which was like just so awesome to hear. So yeah, stoked, honestly. But yeah, we'll be doing one on, I'll give you this, I'll tell you this much. It will be on this side of the world. The retreat in the summer will be in this side of the world. So it will be either in North America or in South America. Puerto Rico. Yeah, and it was amazing because we had Xavier, we had Drew, some of you guys that are on here right now. And shout out to the Puerto Rico family, because they showed so much love. They guided us in certain places. I lived there for a year, so I did have an advantage. And Nancy said she planned so much of it, all of it. And so it was dope. It was dope. So sick. Legendary. Yeah, it was awesome. Anyways, this was the mitigation, and then we have it working its way lower. Even just now with this news event, it looks like we might have a possible setup here for the future. If we can kind of get some demand. If we can trade below and confirm bearish structure, we might look for sells here as well. And if you guys are noticing, I place alerts after every zone that I mark up for possible plays. I place alerts so that I don't have to remember everything ever. I just have alerts set. So let's see, quickly running through other things. Yeah, so USD JPY looks like the only one that looks like it could be a possible play in the future. Maybe it's today, maybe it's Sunday. Venía Argentina, bro. Fuck, Argentina would be lit. The problem with Argentina is, one, flying out of it is such a bitch for some reason. And then two, Nancy for sure is the MVP. No, the retreat is for a few days. It's not one day. It's like 4 or 5 days. And then Argentina is just far from everyone, though. It's so far from everybody. But with enough time, we can make it work. Oh, your flight itself is a day. Yeah, probably. Okay, gold. We did it, guys. We made it to gold. It took a bit, but we're here. We made it. Interesting. With indices, they worked their way back down again. So this sell-off would have worked, and fuck me, because I'm here like, oh yeah, it probably won't work. But either way, it didn't meet my confirmation, so it wouldn't have sold. It fell off and came back up so fast that for me, it's just not my trade. So I'm okay with that. Like, it's just not my setup. So I don't have that like feeling of, oh no, I should have been in, I missed out. I hear that all the time, but it's like it's just not my setup. So I should not have been in. It wouldn't have made sense. But I'm still waiting for this sell up here. I'm still not. I'm chilling. I still think we can get a sell up here, and then we even have the other one that's higher. So we shall wait and see. Gold crossed 3,000. 3,000. I remember and this is one of the coolest things, and it definitely not credit to me only, but sí, sigue la opción de US30 de Dow Jones, totalmente, de la venta, ahí arribita. But in 2018, we were in Florida. We were hosting a seminar. There was like a couple thousand people there, and I remember we were talking about, and I know publicly myself, but then at the time, it definitely did not have that much of an audience. But Zachary Hogan, Jordan Morgan, they did a really awesome seminar as well, and they were looking at gold. And they basically pinned the bottom, like, for real. So they called out the buys on gold, and it was Q4 2018. It was like September, right here. They're like, because we had a massive crash, and they're like, yeah, buy gold and just never let go. I don't know if they got it, if it was filmed, but they definitely have this. I'm sure they have the slides and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, boom, 150% later. Took a couple years, six years plus, but it was epic. It was dope. And I don't know if we're going to be coming back down to those levels anytime soon. Maybe we get back down into like the 2K. That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, it's them boys, Trade House boys. Those boys are the truth. So yeah, I mean, I have so many alerts just left behind. It's actually really funny. But it'd be cool if there's an option to hide alerts, that you can hide drawings, and you can hide a couple of things, but you can't hide alerts. Yeah, that would be nice. But anyways, to go into price action right now, yo, shout out to all y'all. It's been like 150 y'all, 130 of y'all for like 2 hours, almost hour and a half. So y'all are the truth. You can hide the dashes? Oh, really? How? Like, I want to be able to hide them, but not all of them. Like, I want to be able to unhide them, too. How do I do that? Price alert. Is it, like, you're saying doing from this? Like, from the settings template? All right, I can do that, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. That looks a lot better, huh? So, okay, what do we got here? So with gold, honestly, guys, I'm gonna pull up the futures chart first because it is a better chart. So, I forgot I made Bavik a mod in here, right? Oh wow, look at you, Bavik. I don't remember when that happened, but what a guy. So the buys that I have right now, I'm waiting on these. I'm waiting on these bad boys right here. These buys, we caught the sell here about 110 or 120 pips, which is cool. It's like a 1.5R, 1.7R, and then this thing just ripped. So right now, waiting on that. I don't have a lot of confirmation for the sell yet. USD JPY. That happened really way too fast. I'll get back to gold. But yeah, USD JPY, I possibly wanted to sell, but we came up, down, right back up. For me, way too quickly. This doesn't prove bearish structure, so I will not be taking anything with USD JPY. Chicos, con dólar yen posiblemente se estaba preparando para ventas, pero bajó y realmente no mantenía la estructura. Entonces no hay nada que hacer ahí. My thoughts on gold, though. For those of you asking, what are your thoughts on gold? Cool. W in the chat. Bavik Ahmad. Why did Bavik get the mod? I don't know. Bavik, he is pretty useful. He is pretty helpful. But you get out of line, Bavik. Just watch. Watch out. We got imbalances. We have a little dip right here. A little dip and rally. This is interesting. Friday reversal. Yeah, I'll keep saying that. It's just not I don't have an entry though. So here we have a little sweep. Work our way down. Did you take this sell? Is this where you sold, EJ? I know, EJ, I think you were in this. Structure-wise, it's nice. Like, it's looking good on the smaller time frames. There's a lot of liquidity here, so you can definitely sweep this liquidity right over here. Sold that 3K futures right here. Why here? What were you seeing over here at 3K? And this went all the way up to 3,016. So you held that. Did you hold that drawdown or did you get in later? Gold. This is futures, bro. I'm literally looking at futures. Or did you get in over here? No, you got in earlier. Maybe like right here. I don't know what you're doing, bro. But let's see. Nah, I doubt you traded this earlier. This probably was around New York session, somewhere around here. Maybe over here. Maybe. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of potential. There's liquidity that can get swept. There's imbalance that this can go for. So there's definitely a lot of potential for a drop. Right now, as I'm looking at this, the 5-minute structure is still bullish. Only the 1-minute structure is making lower lows. So if you guys are trading on the 1 minute, then I think ours look different. Okay. Maybe that's the case. So, yeah, the 1 minute has been bearish. I'll give you that much. We came above these highs, working our way lower. But, yeah, I don't have the setup for me isn't there. Like, we don't really have a liquidity sweep and then a work your way down. The majority of the market's still bullish. 5 minutes still bullish. This just cleared liquidity and then it's looking like it's coming back up again. So it's not a sell that I would take, but you know, you don't have to do what I do. This is cool though. This could be a play here. We can definitely take a look at silver as well. Looks like Dow Jones rallying again. With so with gold here, if we zoom in a little from this drop that happened on Thursday, aquí el jueves, chicos, we can see a little kind of a nice move. A lot of squeezing, a lot of sideways movement. You see a nice little sell-off here. Works its way down. Rebalances. So you see right here, plays out of this area. And now it's efficient. Entonces vemos la captura de liquidez. Hace aquí equilibrio. El mercado a continuación. So I think we can get a play out of here. There's some support over here, so you can play out of this demand, last point of supply, or you can play into this imbalance. I probably would play it here, just play it a little bit more safe. And then this is the other setup that you have. The question is, when will this drop? When will this drop? Entonces aquí, chicos, podríamos tener también otras oportunidades con el mercado para compras aquí con oro. Estos son los precios con futuros. Si lo ven con CFDs es un poco diferente. los precios, los números van a ser distintos, pero aquí vemos la captura, la continuación, aquí viene el mercado. Aquí, miren, oro aquí no capturó liquidez con CFDs, pero cuando lo vemos con futuros, podemos ver que de aquí captura esto y después lo hace. You said, I think my indicator trades like your style. Probably not. And I'll tell you why. Because I use correlation between different assets to confirm my trades too. And also, I don't see many indicators that, or I don't know how they would do it. I'm sure there's a way. But I don't see how they would understand with structure, what demand looks like. So how to prove, okay, oh, there's enough demand here that this is a valid structure. With a lot of these indicators, it's like, oh, it got above the structure, above a high or a low, then that's a higher low. Maybe a little bit, I'm sure. But like my trading is not based off of anybody. So it would be impossible for an indicator to trade like I trade. Not that I'm special or that I'm better. That's not my point. But it would be impossible. Because, and obviously there's a lot of smart money stuff, so, you know, it's similar. I totally would understand that for sure. Okay, Sensei. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out Ghana. See if the Ghana culture built out here. What country do y'all think we got the most in here? Probably the U.S. Or what continent? U.S. is in here heavy. I feel like there's some Germany in here. Puerto Rico's in here. I know a lot of Puerto Rico. Argentina está aquí. Muchos argentinos. Colombia un poco. ¿Quién será? Who's out here representing? You know what's sad? El Salvador. Where are my people? ¿Dónde están mis salvadoreños? ¿Hay uno por aquí? ¿Alguien? Where's Neri? USA. Okay. So, yeah, this is what we got, guys, with gold. Maybe silver looks a little better. We could take a look at silver. Sí. Platita. ¿Cómo está la platita? Oh, okay. Now we're talking. This is different. Silver melting. All right, silver here, Nasdaq por fall. Nasdaq y BTC. Okay, silver here, a lot of bearish momentum. This is cleared out liquidity. Silver already swept this over here. Silver swept that lunchtime, yesterday's lunchtime lows. Gold, on the other hand, not quite there yet. So silver is definitely more of the bear. If I wanted to short, I would be shorting silver instead. Netherlands representing Mexico. I represent Africa. Sick. Thanks for your time. My pleasure, man. Argentina from Chad. Whoa, you're the first. How do you call people from Chad? You're just a Chad. You are the original Chad. How does it feel that internet culture basically refers to awesome dudes as Chads? That's pretty cool. What a Chad. Sick. All right. So, yeah, silver had a nice little sweep of the high. Barely, not too convincing, to be honest. And then it's just been working its way down. So, 5 minute, we've seen ourselves see this liquidity sweep. We broke beneath these lows. I really wish this would have poked above a lot more. It didn't. So, don't love shorts either. I would want to. It'd be great. But no dice for me. All right, there we go. Okay. So with that being said, we're almost there, guys. We're almost wrapping up the session, I think. There's a few more things we could look at. Speaking of Mexico, we'll look at el peso. Jalisco, ¿qué tal? Natural gas here. working its way down and down. Had a nice little pump up here. I'll be honest, day trading natural gas, I don't love it too much. All right, peso mexicano. Oh my God. The melt. Caught this little move here. Not too much. All right, it was right here. We caught this. Was it this one? Yeah. No, I don't remember. Yeah, we caught like a 1R. And then back to stop profit. And then that was it. So that was kind of the last time. And then the market's just been melting. So el peso has been beating the dollar down. So where is this working its way to? We finally cracked through this liquidity. We had a lot of liquidity for a long time here. So now the peso is working its way. There's more over here as well. So I wonder if I actually already have this alert. Let's see. Oh, I don't. So, yeah, we have this right over here. Here we go. We may be working our way down on the daily to all the way over here. You know what? Did I start making green and red boxes just to represent Mexico? That's funny. What am I just be doing the dumbest shit sometimes. All right. So, Dow Jones with the rally. There it goes. Ooh, okay, hold up. Little sweep. Little sweepage. Pump. Okay. Dang, because I'm going to Mexico next week for a couple. Oh, that sucks, Greg. Start making pesos, bro. Start collecting pesos. Might bounce. Might get a little bounce. Yeah, sorry, pal. So, yeah, we cracked below all this. Right below here. A little bit under. Let's see. No me encanta eso, chicos. Miren, esta cosa aquí. It's not very good looking. Nasdaq. When was this? 920. Sweep, high, squeeze, pushing. Okay. All right, so let's zoom out. Aquí vamos a ver qué más hay. So look, guys, here's the thing. Right now, the short on US 30, I'm gonna have to tweak a little bit. I think where my exit might be. Every time we are like the market hasn't really held below 41,075-ish for very long, a lot of this time. So we could target this liquidity. Maybe we might want to cut this a little early. We'll see. We can still get it over a 3 risk reward, which is great. Entonces aquí todavía podemos tener un buen riesgo recompensa aquí, 3 RR. Entonces nos puede ir bien. When we look at Nasdaq, right? Nasdaq, so these are the highs from yesterday, right? These are New York session highs that we're looking to basically trade out of. Estos son los altos de ayer de la sesión de Nueva York. Entonces, quiero vender ahí. Nasdaq ya cruzó estos altos, hizo la captura de liquidez, llegó por acá. Llegó a esta área de la sesión de Londres. Entonces, con Nasdaq ya vimos altos, ya vimos el mercado subir, ya hizo su diligencia, todo bien. Por este lado, creo que podríamos ver la continuación. Si subimos un poco más, creo que mínimo podríamos llegar por estos precios aquí, que nos daría un 3.4R. Como hay liquidez, podríamos seguir bajando. Y vemos cómo termina el día, ¿verdad? There we go. I love it. Y'all connecting on here, building the community. Sick. Oh, I got news for y'all. Monday. Oh, man. Am I going to publicly say this right now? I got to commit to it, and I got to get it done then. All right, here's what we're going to do. Monday. Monday, I might announce something. It's how to loosely commit to something. So is that a commitment then? I guess not. Anyways, cool. It's dope that you guys are connecting on here. African traders working together. All right, so peso. I mean, you could get a bounce maybe, but it is liquidity here. Tradetopia reveal on Monday. That would be revealed maybe. Well, everyone that's been to one before will get a heads up because I know these go fast. So if you've been to one before, so if you went to the one in Puerto Rico, or if you went to the one in, or if you've been to one of the VIPs, so actually EJ, yeah, you would get a heads up too. So there's probably like about 50 to 100 of you that would get a notification first, and then after that we would do the public launch. But that probably happens in a couple weeks. Yeah, for sure. We want to give you guys probably like at least, 4 to 5 months, 6 months maybe to plan ahead. Mike is giving away $1 million on Monday. I can't wait to be able to do that. The Mr. Beast of trading. That would be fucking sick. I could do $1 million away in funding. That's possible. What else? All right. So Sol clearing liquidity here, which is good because if this is clearing the highs, then that could cause a drop. So this might sweep liquidity and then drop. ETH, where's ETH at? ETH is pushing as well. So ETH is clearing the highs of Thursday, just about. $1% of a mil is crazy for sure. Yeah, they say I take that. That's funny. In the future, we'll start doing more giveaways. I would love to. This is a very international community here. I know a little like things like that can make just a big difference. So it's just pretty cool. My goal is really what I want to be able to do soon. I think I have to get to 10,000 subscribers, but I want to do like a fundraiser type streams for like domestic violence and things like that. So that's kind of my goal. So I gotta grind this out so we can get to 10,000 subs. I gotta make more videos for y'all. But yeah, I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to do something like that. That'd be cool. I've got a lot of good ideas. All right, so guys, we are getting closer. So let's lock into Dow Jones. We're almost there. I almost thought about ending this a little bit early, but we're pretty close. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna stay on and see if we can trigger this. The path to greatness. For sure. Time for us to start promoting. Yeah. Hey, y'all want to tell your friends to subscribe and plug in? I'm not against it. I'm all for it. Don't have to tell me twice. Yeah, so I appreciate y'all that, are liking the stream and are hopping on consistently and everything like that. Hope you guys can add this to your kind of weekly routine. Okay, so we're getting there, guys. We're like 50 points out, 60, 70 points out from getting to this area. So a lot of big movement to get to here. And then let's see if we're going to get the reaction from the zone. Remember, all right, manage your risk. Don't trade crazy. Just because I'm calling this out doesn't mean it's got to work for sure, right? A stop loss is there to protect you. It's there to protect the longevity of your account. So don't fear the stop. If you lose, you lose, man. It's cool. We're up a pretty good amount this week. So, and I say we because like I stream every morning, and the majority of my trades happen while we're live. So, yeah, these have gone down. It's been a decent week. I think we're up like maybe like 7 or 8 R on the week or so. So again, -1, not a big deal. However, if it goes our way, we also love that. But yeah, make sure you have everything lined up. Chicos, aquí estamos ya acercándonos a la entrada. Posiblemente quebramos por aquí encima aquí pronto. Y de aquí recuérdense, utilicen un riesgo responsable, ¿verdad? No se pasen, perder no es malo, ¿verdad? Utilicen su stop loss, utilicen, es para que eso te protege, te mantiene en el juego, te ayuda a seguir para que puedas ir mejorando. ¿Me siguen? So, yeah. Now, if you're trading with CFDs, there are lot size calculators you can use to figure that out. I know a lot of the platforms already have them, so you might not even need that at all. If you're trading futures, then I'll be dropping a video on how to perfectly calculate your contract size on futures. And shout out to Brian Velez, because he showed me something that led me into a rabbit hole on how to figure it out. And so that's going to be a pretty in-depth video, and I'm really excited because I've never seen anyone make a video like that on futures for contract sizes the way that I'm going to show you guys. So I have to make that actually soon. But yeah. So now we wait. So while we wait for this setup, let's see, what else have I not covered? I feel like I've covered the entire market today. Oil's continued its run. Wow. It played out sick. TP and everything. This is where I wanted to short. Wait, hold on. Who was I talking to oil about yesterday? We were talking about oil and... Mondo, did you short oil? Nah, you were probably asleep. It was like 3 a.m. Yeah, this played out of here nicely. Super nice. So I want to show you guys something here because it does make a difference. Now, if you look at oil just on its own with CFDs here, this right here swept the high, and then this looks like it missed, right? It looks like it missed here. But when you're looking at this with futures contracts, and then look at what this looks like. This triggered. This just tapped it. That's the difference. All right, guys. Game time. Looks like it's about to crack the high. Let's see. Let's see. How will we trade today? How will it go? So we're about, chicos, estamos como unos 50 puntos de la entrada. Cuando llegue aquí es cuando busco ya entrar al mercado. Aquí estamos en enfoque. Entonces aquí. So here we go. Lined up. This is the exit. All right. See what we got going on here. What's the chat saying? Me, I did not. Okay, yeah, that was the zone we were looking at. Go live or YouTube stream. What are you talking about exactly? In regards to what? Lindsay caught the bias trader that we discussed in class on. Nice. Yeah, I took that too. Did I take that? I don't remember. I might have missed it. No, I think I missed it. It happened quickly. Are you taking this sell-off New York Open? No, this one was... New York Open's candle was a little bit earlier, I think. I'm taking it off of like an hour after New York Open, I think it was. Like right around here. There was like some resistance here in the past, so just like this is kind of the zone. Joy, what are you asking about? In regards to oil. Oh yeah. Oil was on Go Live, like the members. They were on that one. So, yeah, we're real close, guys. 35 points out. It's valid. If it crosses into this red box, it can sell off from here. I'm not going to get in as soon as it gets into the zone. But all right, we don't need this alert here. We're literally watching it. But yeah, so I can sell off as soon as it gets into the zone. I'm personally taking it a little bit higher for a better risk reward. You guys, I know a lot of you like to trade off the open. Some of you like to trade like at that 50% or whatever. So yeah, do your thing. Now what I can do here is I do want to see real quick here. All right, I want to go over here. I want to get back into the details. Yeah, this is where it starts. All right, I just wanted to confirm that. And then this is where the last movement starts as well. Right around here. This last pump, 21,298, whereas this one starts at 21,318. So just out of curiosity. Because right now we just missed, and it started to drop a little bit. Imagine it just sells off from here, just fully tanks all this time for nothing. Mike, ¿podrías medir la mitigación de USD como lo verías? Claro que sí. So the move here, este movimiento es de como 90 puntos. Ya, unos 90 puntos. Entonces, si esto reacciona 90 puntos, ya ahí moveríamos nuestro stop al último alto o moveríamos el stop a la entrada. So since this was a 90-point move to the upside, if it drops, 90 points from here, then you can move either to the lower high or to break even. And my philosophy is just that that's what the market wanted to give us. So right now it's playing out of this candle, it looks like, right here. So if it plays out of this first, it could still go up a little bit higher and then drop again. But if we just really fully just melt, then looks like we missed out. But here was the last little push up before it dropped. A little order block right there. That might have been. This could be it though. I don't trade on TradeLogger. Dow Jones. It should be like US 30 or something. I'm sure someone else in the chat can help you there. So US 30, maybe WS 30, DJI sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, US 30, Dow Jones, same thing. So as you see this going down, a question for you guys. How do you feel? Are you irritated? Did you chase it? Did you enter earlier than you thought you were going to? Are you doing anything differently? Are you frustrated? Because right now it's like, oh no, it's leaving without me. Are you feeling a certain impulsivity? Ahorita que se está moviendo, sienten, se fue sin mí, se me escapó, ¿qué pasa? Entro ahora mejor para que no se vaya. Entonces, eso es curiosidad. So, yeah, again, if it doesn't, like, it's all it is. Like, you already had time to prepare for this. We've looked at it. We broke it down. It either hits our entry or it doesn't. It either mitigates or it doesn't. And that's it. So, DJI 30. There you go. Normal, nada nuevo. Eso es todo. Así es. Entonces, igual, chicos, hay que mantener esa disciplina, esa paciencia. El mercado nunca se va sin ti. Hay que jugar el juego como se debe. No, we don't chase anymore, Sensei. All right, sick. You guys got it down. Let's see how long this is going to take. We've been live for just about 2 hours. The average, y'all have a good focus. You guys have fantastic focus. Most people do not, like, most people cannot stay looking or doing the same thing for more than like minutes, if not seconds. So shout out to you guys for being locked in. The average person that's been on this session has been on for 27 minutes. That's insane. So you guys are killing it. Focus is on point. at this point in time, while we're waiting for this, we can do a little quick Q&A while we're waiting for this one. We're so close, so that's why I don't really want to hop off quite yet. Y mientras ahorita esperamos la entrada, estamos cerca. Mientras estamos esperando, no me quiero salir por ahorita, como ya estamos tan cerca. Si tienen preguntas para mí, cualquier cosita, pues me dejan saber. Y aquí podemos hacer algo. All right, guys, getting there. We're in the zone now. So from here, it's valid. Sells are valid. I'm going to take mine a little bit higher, but from this zone, it is valid. If it melts from here, it is a valid trade. And then I'm waiting for, and I'm looking for about a 90-point drop minimum. And from that point, I would be moving my stop to break even. Entonces, chicos, aquí estamos viendo esto aquí. En cualquier punto en esta zona, eso podría caer. Y es válida la caída. Entonces, ahorita, básicamente, simplemente estoy esperando. Ahorita ya empezó a caer, ha bajado unos 10, 15 puntos, normal. Creo que no me sorprendería si tenemos que ir arriba de esta área aquí. Esta mechita aquí, creo que vamos a ir por encima. So, we should clear that little wick right there. Clear above that. We're just about there. I don't think this triggered me in yet. Let's see here. All right, I am in a sell. Let's see. And instantly pumps through it. Are we going to survive, guys? That is the question. Will we survive? Dow Jones just breaking through the high as well. Oh, wow. I did not see that. So Dow Jones is actually leading the move higher now. We might get clapped on this, guys. Creo que vamos a perder esta. Y les digo por qué. The reason I'm saying that is possible is because US 30 was leading the bull run right now. It's leading the push higher. So that could be a reason that this does not drop the way we would want it to drop. It got really close to stopping me out. Not quite, but it got pretty close. Interesting. Let's see. Maybe it survives. My stop is a couple points above the high. Mi stop es como unos puntitos arriba de este alto. A ver si sobrevivimos. See, I think I have like 2 or 3 points above the high. Está perdiendo impulso. It's losing a little momentum. Could be a good sign. Looks like it played right out of this liquidity up here. So, man, we could have, if we would have had our entries way up there, what a trade, huh? What a trade that would have been. And it technically follows my entry model, which is playing off of the last point of supply where we've seen resistance before. That's just so tight. I didn't really feel like the need to do that. But right now, I mean, it's rejected really well. We've already seen this drop a pretty good amount. Let's see, 40 points or so? Not bad. Actually dropped a little more, about 50. So because it pulled back so much, it would put us into some profit. But even if it does drop where we want it to, it's we wouldn't be that much in profit by the time it's mitigated fully. So let's see how it rolls. All right, let's see how this goes through. Right now, in a bit of drawdown, it's fine. Not a big deal. And then once it starts to break into the zone, let's see if we can get a pretty good movement here. So right now on the 1 minute, we dropped, pumped up a little bit. Let's see if we break below this and can just fill the rest of this imbalance in here. That would put us into profit, and then that would allow us to tighten stop loss or to go break even, depending on how you want to approach this. So we'll see. Now, if you want to if you're very conservative, then you could even tighten up your stop a little bit, and you would save yourself a couple points. For me, I'd rather just, it's not that big of a deal. I think I'd rather just kind of give it the space it needs, and we'll see kind of where we go from here. All right, so what's the entry here? Okay. All right. How are we feeling? ¿Cómo se sienten, chicos? ¿Cómo están por ahí? I'm alive. Waiting on pulling the trigger because Nas has a candle on 30 minutes with no wick from previous experiences with... Cool, bro. ¿Por qué consideras que se pierda? Yo ya perdí. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué perdiste? Did this look differently with CFDs? Let's see. So yeah, CFDs look different. I see. CFDs cleared it. That's why. 40 points in profit. Let's go, Cody. Nice. Looks like you on something, bro. What you using? Huh? What do you mean? What are you talking about? CFDs. Por eso. Hit the likes. Yeah. Let them know. It's all right. Cody got a better entry than me. Shout out, Cody. Yeah. I was thinking about taking an entry a little bit higher, too. But I was like, you know what? This week can be more conservative. No big deal. But yeah, good RR, bro. Nice. So right now, you should be chilling. Probably like what? Maybe up 1R now? For you? 41.388 en mis tapas en CDFs y seguimos en juego. Muy bien. Perder es una probabilidad y hay que aceptarla. No, la razón que dije que podríamos perder es porque empecé a ver que Nasdaq estaba subiendo atrasado en comparación. Pero ahora, como que estaba subiendo bien lento, pero ahora Nasdaq se tardó en caer. Entonces, Dow Jones ahora viene bajando. Right? Y ahora sí. So, hey, we're finally in profit. Took a little bit, but we're there. We haven't quite dropped what I would say is our full movement, our full, sell-off. If you want to reduce your stop a little bit just to save a little bit of money, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. A little bit more. Nice. Good stuff, dude. All right, so yeah, let me know in the chat if you're up, if you're in profits or not. Let your boy know how it's rolling, how it's going for you, okay? If you pass a challenge or if you do whatever, I want to hear it. I want to see those testimonials. Let me see those testimonials, fam. That for me is everything. Like, seeing y'all just win is just the coolest. It's the coolest thing. All right, so right now it's kind of chopping up right there, right around our entry. It's above our entry as well. So hovering right around there. What's good about this move, and we did choose accurately in my opinion, is that we've seen such a big sell-off with Dow Jones while Nasdaq is still not really doing much. Like, Nasdaq is just chopping up and down while Dow Jones has been dropping. So if we get this drop on Nasdaq, like here, then Dow Jones is going to melt through. So look at the difference. We have, here was the high, like right around 9:52 Central Time, and then a massive imbalance, right? Whereas if you look at Dow Jones at 9:52 was like right here. So there is a good potential for this. And also, I would like to add, we have so much liquidity built up here. Like, this was just trending in an exponential way. When the market moves up like this, it tends to want to liquidate these positions as well. So I do think we are in a pretty decent position to catch this if this goes in our favor. At this point, we're not quite out of the clear yet. But if this does continue to work its way down, then we should see a pretty sick sell-off from here. Yeah. So let's see. See how it rolls through here. Dow Jones. Let's see if we can get out of this unscathed or if it's just the end. Now, Nas might clear this high before it drops, so I'm curious if it does. And where does that put Dow Jones? So see how we're kind of building up sideways liquidity? Right now, it looks like we maybe it breaks up and then works its way down again. So let's see here. Oh, my bad. Ideally, if that is the case, it just doesn't give us too much of a move up here before it decides to drop. See, like right now, Nasdaq is building up equal highs. So there's a chance that it sweeps and then drops. There's a possibility that it does something like this. If that does happen, then Dow Jones could come up a little bit higher and then drop too. All right, so there goes Nas, finally working its way lower. Dow Jones isn't. What? How does this unfold? Now Nas really taking the lead, pushing its way down. Dow Jones. Hey, our boy Jones here. Dow Jones a little chilling. Big chilling. Pushing higher now. Nasdaq, what did it do? Broke below, came back up. I don't love how this is moving. Because now we're going to see a sweep. And how high is that going to take this? That's the question right there. How high can it pull it? Hopefully not too high. Because otherwise, it might be one of those things where we just get wicked out and then it decides to drop. Because I can't imagine Nasdaq wanting to take out the highs. Either way, holding down the fort, seeing what's possible. No more news events, nothing like that. This is just going to be organic price action from here. What is setting up right now as well is we may end up having potential, maybe we get some potential plays for the future as well. So we've seen how Nasdaq was accumulating, etc. So not really too much here for buys either, although the market's been bullish. So structures looks good. But in terms of entries, it's not as clear if we were going to get any buys there. Yeah, it's not as clear yet. But as you guys are kind of learning, like this is how I use correlation to get a better understanding of price action, just kind of noting the overall environment of the market, what's more bullish, what's more bearish, etc. So that's how I use this to kind of get a better look at this. Let's see if this is just going to clear it by a hair or two. Maybe just get right above it, and then we see a tank. And then just ideally, we can still stay in US 30 or Dow Jones still stays within our zone. So my stop is a few points above. Hopefully that holds on. The downside is if you moving your stop only exposes you to more risk. So it becomes a bit more, it's a slippery slope. Now, in this case, it's like, well, could it be useful? Yeah. But, all right. So there goes Nas. Nas is tanking. Nice. Dow Jones starting to drop a little bit, but not too much. It's not looking good for us, guys. I'll be honest with you. I think if we were going to get a really good sell, we should be selling off just the same pace that NAS is. So you're seeing a lot more bearish momentum on NAS, and we're getting these lower, these lower lows, while Dow Jones is just kind of chilling. Just chilling. So maybe we get a shift in momentum again, and Dow Jones takes over or whatever. But yeah, now we just wait. This is like a purgatory. We're in purgatory right now. Dow Jones is deciding whether we've been good enough traders or not to make it to Tradetopia. All right, let's see here. Oh, interesting. That changed, right? That didn't really look like that earlier. Interesting. That was totally different. What's S&P doing? S&P sideways, similar. As you guys notice, I don't really look at S&P that much, and that's only because S&P just is the middle child. It always is somewhere in the middle between what NAS is doing and what Dow Jones is doing. That's basically all it ever does. So let's see here. If Nasdaq comes up here to sweep these highs, I don't love our chances of staying within our zone. Like ideally, I feel like if the stop was here at this high, then we may have a better shot at it. Or Nasdaq decides to pump, and then Dow Jones holds on at a better structure. But that's about it. Interesting enough, usually, and this is squeezing, so this is just building up and building up and building up. So some sort of breakout is coming. Some sort of movement is bound to happen here. Whether it's in our favor or not, we'll see. But we should be getting quite a bit of volatility here shortly. And if that does happen, could be a sweep and then a drop. It might just be a drop. But because it's building up retail sellers, it's building up buyers, it's doing both. All right, let's see here. How are we looking, guys? How are we looking? So again, like I was pointing out, the ideal stop, in my opinion, would be like right up here. And I think that would be enough to hold on. But we shall see here. So we're seeing that pull up. Nasdaq here still not clearing these highs. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. So right now, some of you maybe just got stopped out. Maybe you didn't. And then it's losing momentum again. There it is. So some of you maybe just got stopped out. Algunos quizás ahorita acaban de tocar stop loss. Otros quizás todavía siguen adentro, ya que tenían el stop ahí arribita de esa zona. Lo que digo es que yo estoy viendo aquí esta liquidez que se está armando. Y esta liquidez que se está viendo con Nasdaq creo que es lo que puede empujar el mercado arribita un poquito más antes de caer. Entonces, pues pendiente con eso. Creo que sacando estos altos puede ser lo que de ahí después quizás quisiera caer el mercado. Pero afuera de eso, pues creo que pues no es tanto el problema, digamos. Creo que eso es como que lo único que sería. Yep, here we go. So let's see. It's got to do it soon, huh? Just take these guys out, homie. What are you waiting for? There we go. Come on. So yeah, at this point, I mean, you should have been stopped out or something. I still have a feeling we're going to get the drop soon, but it's just terms of structure. So with Dow Jones here, all right, there goes Nasdaq. So Nasdaq just swept liquidity. There you go. So cleared these highs finally. Clearing those bad boys right there. Now that it's done that, there's a good chance that the market can now drop. So maybe some of you survived this, honestly. Because I know some of you had your stop above a few points here. So maybe it works out from now. We'll see. So I wonder if the... But anyways, I hope you guys are learning just like how we can use that small time frame price action. So like here. And honestly, when we started to see Nasdaq go and be more of the bear compared to, or it started to flip price action, and we saw, okay, this is more bearish on Nas than it is with US 30, with Dow Jones. At that point, that honestly could have been a good sign, and I'd have to backtest this enough to maybe pull out of our trade. And then if the roles reverse again, then the market, maybe then we decide otherwise. Because we could have decided to stay out, let's say get out over here, and then once we saw Nasdaq sweep this liquidity like it just did, that could have been the moment where we're like, oh, okay, now we can go ahead and pull the trigger on the idea or something like that. So yeah, just something to consider. But either way, market's doing its thing. That's all I had for you guys today. We had the buy on Dow Jones. Obviously over here, this one happened so quickly that I myself wasn't able to position myself because everything happened so fast while I was explaining it and everything. But some of you may be still holding on to this, maybe not. Let me know in the chat if you're still in this idea or if you got clapped. I am the middle child. Still in. I'm out already. Could see GU pushing higher, but there's resistance zone around 1.2940. Could cause lower moves. So on the pound, on pound, we were looking at that, and I'm looking at a sell on the pound at elections prices. So from November back over here, like right over here, right? Elections prices, November 7th, or November 5th, November 6th, over there, closer to like 1.3020. Yeah, right around there. Yo no estoy dentro. Okay. Gracias. Great live today. Aún en la entrada. I'm still in it. Esperando que baje. Stopped out. Okay. So remember, just take the stop like a champ. It's not a big deal. All right. We literally saw this one rally go crazy. And then the sell-off, it doesn't play out. It doesn't play out. It is what it is. Mass pushing higher. Oh, before I go, though, I don't know how much is going to happen today. But if we keep pushing higher, then maybe we do get to this this New York Open sell-off from here. So before I go, I guess I want to share this one too. So let's go ahead and look at it from this point of view. All right, so over here, this is one where, let's see. There's still this one. So I know some of you have your stops above these highs. So, some of you might be still in this one. But this was, again, CPI and New York Open. So the CPI sweep and New York Open over here on, this is Wednesday's price action. So I don't know if we're going to go up another 300 points or so today. Who knows? But if we do, then I still like this one. So this one's just for you guys to have on the radar in case we get all the way up here. So go look back at New York Open from Wednesday, that CPI, and then see if you have some opportunity there. At least have alerts set up, right? At least have alerts when the market starts to get close to the zone or in the zone. And then, I wish you guys absolutely the best with today's setups. So good stuff. We went over quite a bit today, and more than anything, even if you took a loss, maybe you took a buy, maybe you won and you lost today, but if you learned something amazing, it's part of the game. You know, unfortunately, I'm not live every day on YouTube, but I am live Monday through Thursday with the community. So if you guys have and learned something new with me today, in the past, in the last 10 years or so, or if you did make some money with us today here live, then go ahead and drop your testimonial here. I would appreciate it. Means the world. Click that last link I just dropped. Actually, I'll pin it so you guys can go ahead and do that. But it looks like you guys are learning to lose and to win the right way. I think winning is easy. Learning how to lose is much more difficult. And the better you get at doing that, I think the longer your career, the better positioned you are to keep learning, to keep growing, to keep developing, and which ultimately leads you to be profitable. So appreciate you guys. Again, you have the testimonials there. If you could leave a text or a video is even better, then that would be amazing. But much love, guys. I appreciate you all. I will see you here very soon. Take care, guys. Until next time.